Mr. Sousa's here, sir. Send him in.
John Philip Sousa, principal musician, reporting, sir.
How long have you been bandmaster here, Sousa?
12 years, sir.
Well, isn't that long enough to knock some sense into that bunch of German dukes and Italian counts you have in that band of yours?
Begging the Major's pardon, sir, what have we done now?
Bring that man in here. What is your name?
Private Little, sir. Private Willie Little.
All right, Little, what have you got to say for yourself?
Well, sir, it was like this. The Major knows how hot it was.
Never mind how hot it was. We're not running the Marine Corps for your comfort.
What I meant to say, sir, was, well, I was sitting there in my quarters shooting craps when I got to thinking how nice a cold bottle of beer was.
Stand at attention!
Yes, sir. So I got up and I went out to the corporal of the guard and I said, Corporal, if you don't mind, I'd like to speak to the officer of the day to get permission to leave the post for 15 minutes. But he said nothing doing it for me to get my tail on back to my quarters. So I went back to my quarters again, sir. Only by now it was getting hotter and hotter and thirstier and thirstier.
So you jumped over the wall and filled your belly full of rot-gut liquor.
I wouldn't say I filled my belly exactly full, sir, if the Major will excuse the expression. At least I could still walk when I came back. Only I've got to admit I didn't feel much like climbing over the wall again, so I decided to come in through the main gate.
And that's where you made your big mistake.
Yes, sir. Because when the corporal saw me, he said something I don't let anybody say to me. So I said, I beg your pardon. And then I hit him, and he hit me back. First thing I knew, it seemed like the whole battalion was hitting somebody.
Who won?
They did, sir.
Never mind that. Have him wait outside.
Yes, sir.
Now, by George, there's a real old-time Marine for you. Even if he is only in the band. But, of course, you can't let him get away with it. He'll be confined to quarters and company punishment till further notice.
Yes, sir. Begging the Major's pardon, sir, there must be some mistake. That man's not in my band.
How's that?
I never saw him before in my life.
Bring that man back in here. What's this I hear about your not being in the band?
Begging the Major's pardon, sir. I didn't say I was in the band. At least not exactly. All I said was I only joined up so as I could be in the band.
Oh. Well, that's all.
Yes, sir.
All right, so there's been a little mistake. But that doesn't change what I said about knocking some sense into that outfit of yours.
Yes, sir.
That's all, Sousa. Just a minute. What was that new march you played at retreat last night?
The Washington Post march, sir.
You write it?
Yes, sir.
That's not a bad tune. But that doesn't mean that you can waste all your time writing music. Remember, you've got a real job to do here.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
That's all.
If it's not asking too much, young man, just what instrument do you propose to play in the band?
The Sousaphone, of course.
The Sousa what?
The Sousaphone. I named it after you.
You don't say. Well, that's certainly very flattering. What in heaven's name is a Sousaphone?
Well, I guess you'd say it's a kind of tuba, sir, only it goes more like this. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, yes. Sounds delightful.
Yes, sir.
Let's hope you can think up some other improvements for the band while you're confined to your quarters for the next 4 days.
Me, sir?
Except, of course, while you're marching 8 hours a day in a circle under full field pack. I believe those are the Major's intentions.
Yes, sir.